Alright, y'all. So, I'm gonna just get to it. Shit's been kind of crazy in the NFL in the past week or so. I don't know necessarily how I'm gonna do this. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna rattle off every really, really important thing. There's gonna be some things that aren't talked about because it's been so freaking crazy. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk about everything that's happened and probably just chop it up a little bit into some multiple videos. So I'm just gonna start off by talking about Deshaun Watson to the Browns. This saga was one of the most interesting things I've ever seen in sports. And now Deshaun Watson finally comes full head. It looks like it's going to be either the Saints, Panthers, or Falcons. And then all of a sudden, it was the Browns. Wow. That threw me for a loop. Not going to lie. But hey, I mean, I'm not necessarily blaming Deshaun because they do have Kareem Hunt, and they do have Nick Chubb, and they do have Amari Cooper now, which was also a good trade for them. So I'm going to kind of include both those moves in this move. So as much as I do feel bad for Baker, and I do feel bad for Baker because the Browns were anything before Baker Mayfield. The Browns won one game in 2 seasons before Baker Mayfield. The second he gets there, there are 7 wins. They bottomed out at 7 wins in the 3 years that he was there, and then won a playoff game, and they almost beat the Chiefs in the second round. So it is pretty sad how Baker's term in Cleveland ended, and I think he should be remembered as a Cleveland legend. To be honest, he came there, did nothing but give his heart and soul to the city, and was pretty damn good. So, Deshaun Watson to the Browns. I can't believe I'm saying this, but they're a championship contender, and they're not a championship contender like they were a championship contender last year. They are a championship contender. Once you get a top 5 quarterback, you're instantly a championship contender for the next 10 years, especially a guy that's 25, maybe 26. It's insane. The fact that you do not get assets like this. You do not get franchise quarterbacks at the age of 25 and showed that he was a top 5 quarterback. That doesn't just happen. So, I mean, Cleveland, it is crazy how somebody chose you. That's never happened before in the history of free agency. Nobody has ever been like Cleveland. And LeBron does not fucking count because he was born there. That does not count. Nobody has chosen Cleveland. I will say that again. LeBron didn't choose Cleveland. He was born there, got drafted there. Come on. Going back to Cleveland was not the same thing as Deshaun Watson going, yeah, boom, I want to go to Cleveland, So, man, shout out to Falcons fans. I feel bad for you guys. You were so close. You were so close. And just couldn't make it happen. But, and I also want to talk about this AFC West. Just division, firepower for firepower. GM saying, I'm going to do better than you. And then the next GM in the division going, oh, well, I'm going to do this. And it's been one of the most insane things in NFL offseason that I've ever seen. And I'm sure you have ever seen as well. So let's just start with my favorite team, the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, so I'm going to start with the good news. I'm going to start with Juju Smith-Schuster. We got him today, about 6 hours ago or so. I love it. I think every Chiefs fan could have told you we need a wide receiver too. It's Tyreek, it's Travis, and I know those guys are great, and I know our offense is great, but you can really see it gets limited really fast, and if you want to keep this offensive pace, you need to start adding. We need to keep evolving and keep getting better. And I think Juju Smith-Schuster can be the guy. I really do. There's no reason he can't be a really solid wide receiver number 2. And I'm really excited. It's kind of crazy even thinking of the fact that he's on my team. And yes, will the TikToks be funny? Yes, all that content will be hilarious. But I'm excited about that addition. What I'm not excited for is the fact that the Chiefs don't have Tyrann Mathieu anymore, and it hurts to talk about. It genuinely does. He was one of my favorite players instantly as a Chiefs fan. I grew to love him so much as a person and a player. he will be missed for sure, not only for the team but for the city. And I know Justin Reed will be fine. Justin Reed will have moments where we go, oh look, we don't need Tyrann Mathieu. No matter what anybody says, it will never be the same. I love Eric Berry and all that he did for the franchise, but I never really was that much into football and where I'm at now with football. So Eric Berry really never hit the same with me, and I do love Eric's story, and I love Eric Berry. But Tyrann Mathieu, that's my chief safety, personally. I got to watch him. I got to watch him win a Super Bowl with my team. I got to watch him come into the community. I gave him a high five at the Super Bowl parade. And I really felt like the moment that he got there, he made our franchise gold. And yeah, it sucks. It really sucks to see him go. I've never felt this way about a player leaving my team. And the fact that it was my team's decision makes it even kind of worse. Anyways, so I do like that, hey, the Chiefs aren't going to just be stagnant and not do anything. We actually made some moves. Juju Smith-Schuster, definitely a good move. I like that. I think there's still work to be done, but definitely at least a good response to the firepower. Now we'll get to the teams who are actually doing shit like it's the Raiders. I will get to last for a reason. So let's talk about the Chargers getting Khalil Mack and adding J.C. Jackson. Holy shit! I mean, the Chargers were just showed so much improvement last year, and you really felt like they were going to be one of the teams in the AFC. And yeah, they fizzled out late in the year, and I know that's like the Chargers' way, but they did have a rookie head coach, and I understand people don't like Brandon Staley that much because he goes for it on fourth down. I genuinely think he's a really smart guy, and I think he's going to be a good head coach in the NFL. Coaches need to know how to fucking communicate and how to relate analytics with the analytics side of football. I think Brandon Staley can do that, especially in today's NFL. I think it's a lot more important. So I think the Chargers are in good hands. They have a good head coach. In my opinion, people might think he sucks, so that's out for debate. They obviously have an amazing quarterback. Jay Herbo, great. And now it's like this division, all of a sudden, okay, Russell Wilson, Derek Carr, Jay Herbo, Patrick Mahomes, you need guys that can rush the quarterback. Chargers understood the assignment. Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, boom. That's going to be scary. That's going to be terrifying for anybody to face. So Chargers look amazing. They did also re-sign Mike Williams, probably a little bit more than I would have given him, but Mike Williams for his entire career has been underrated, and he's always gone off against the Chiefs. He's a great player. He snags every ball that you think he's not going to. Mike Williams is great. Just the moment he signed that contract, he's no longer underrated. All right, and I will move on to the Broncos. And look, good for them. Good for the Broncos franchise. I won't spend on it too long because I already talked about this. So Broncos got Russell Wilson, got Randy Gregory. Did they make any other moves that I can't remember? Probably I can't think of any. But those are the two ones that matter. So Russell Wilson, he's gonna change the franchise. I don't understand the people thinking that he's going to just go there and, oh, he hasn't played that well in the past year. Yeah, I mean, he had an injured hand. No duh. And it came back like weeks before we thought he was going to. And, again, I just think we're going to see a very James Harden effect here where Russell Wilson goes to Denver and we're like, wait, no. One of the best quarterbacks in the league in the middle of his prime didn't have to forget how to play the sport? Oh, my God, no way. It's not usually that surprising, guys. They don't just forget how to play the sport. So Russell Wilson will be good. Broncos will be good. Just like everybody in this division, I feel like, will be good. Now, let's move to the Raiders. Let's move to the Raiders, please. Because the Raiders, they got Chandler Jones. Again, understanding the assignment. Get 2 edge rushers to rush all of these quarterbacks. Max Crosby and now Chandler Jones to rush Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson and Jay Herbo and all those guys. And Derek Carr. Well, not Derek Carr, because he will be playing with him. That's not how that works. So that was a great addition. And I was like, okay, the Raiders are definitely getting better, and we're going to have to worry about them for the future. And I thought that was it. Little did I fucking know they would get Devontae Adams the best wide receiver in the league. Which is terrifying, because now I'm sitting here in this division as a Chiefs fan saying, okay, no, this is great. This is great. Because, look, the Broncos will be better. Yeah, they'll be better. The Chargers will definitely be better. Yeah, for sure. But at least I know that the Raiders are going to be bad. But now I'm thinking, okay, well, the Raiders were by far the worst team in this division, and probably still are. But they literally made the playoffs last year. Were this close from winning a game against the AFC champions. And also just added Chandler Jones and Devontae Adams. So it's hard for me to say that they're not going to be good. And that's what's so crazy about the AFC right now. It's fucking insane. It's genuinely insane. I'm not going to talk about the AFC NFC thing too much because you already know how crazy it is. You're not an idiot. But it is fucking crazy though, isn't it? Oh my god. Like, it gets to the point where you think, like, does the league actually realign? And they won't, I don't think, because that would be pretty dramatic. But damn, it's not a good look. It's not a good look having every single young good quarterback in the AFC. And now, still, Deshaun Watson in the AFC. It's not a good look. So, obviously, the Raiders win here. It's hard to say that they don't. Sure, they give up some draft compensation, but overall, of course, they win because they got the best player. Normally, when you trade for the best player in the deal, you win the deal. That's how sports work 80% of the time. Not always, but 80% of the time. The Raiders won. So, again, as a Chiefs fan, I'm sitting here saying, I am concerned. It would be ridiculous not to be concerned right now. It would. Now, do I think the Chiefs stand no shot? And am I not absolutely excited for the season? I am. Because I'm excited to see the Chiefs have a challenge and have these, as an NFL fan, have these AFC West battles week after week after week. It's going to be fun. The division's going to be scary. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be fun. And I think the Chiefs are still going to win it. And I think it's going to make it that much more impressive when we do win it. For 7 straight years after the 7th year, then an entire conference loading up to making all-star teams out of nowhere. And it's fun. This is a fun thing that's happening for the NFL, and good for the NFL. I like this as an NFL fan. And honestly, a little bit deep down as a Chiefs fan, because I know it'll make it that much more sweet if we do win. So, but again, to the Devontae Adams trade, this is what I don't get. And it's what everybody else doesn't fucking get. Is the Packers situation. None of this makes any fucking sense. None of it. Okay, so from Aaron, this is all from Aaron's standpoint, basically. So from Aaron's standpoint, why? Okay, so I'm so confused by it. All right, so let's just go all the way back. Jordan Love gets picked in the first round, right? Yay, whatever. Aaron Rodgers is mad and hates the Packers, whatever, for this. Then it comes out that Aaron Rodgers is also upset with the lack of wide receiver talent that's being drafted in the first round. Which was interesting to me because it's not like they didn't have any offensive weapons. They still had Aaron Jones. They still had Devontae Adams. But whatever. Apparently we don't care about those. So, all right. So, Aaron Rodgers plays 2 years now. After moaning for 2 years about how he doesn't have the receiving help and he doesn't feel like the Packers are caring about him organizationally. All of this just to re-sign with the Packers on a 5-year, $50 million a year deal. Okay, so you talked about how you didn't think the Packers were putting the pieces around you to help succeed. Okay, so now we're here, and now you have the choice. You have the choice now to leave, Aaron. You're complaining so much about this. Leave. If you don't like it here, leave. And what does he do? He does all of this hoopla and bullshit just to re-sign to be the most paid player in the league. Not until Deshaun Watson just came and swooped that shit up in like 10 minutes. And now, Devontae Adams isn't even on your team. Who, not like, guys, Davante Adams isn't his best receiver. Davante Adams is the only person he throws the ball to. None of this makes any sense. So Davante Adams also apparently, from what I'm seeing, I can only read this as Davante Adams doesn't like Aaron anymore and left because the Packers offered to pay him more money. I love Derek Carr as a Chiefs fan. I think Derek Carr's a great quarterback. He's not Aaron Rodgers, so he's not the team that you've stayed with for your entire career. You know, it would be a lot easier just to re-sign. But he didn't. He decided to leave. There's more to the story, and we don't know it yet, but there is more to the story. I don't know what, but there has to be more. Because I don't understand Aaron Rodgers' complaint about how he's not getting the right help around him to win a championship, and the coach is this, and the owner is this, and Jordan loves this, and goes on Pat McAfee's show and drops a passive-aggressive fucking monologue every week about the owner or something organizationally and just spilling the beans nonstop, and we're just gonna go back to this marriage and also have a huge part. It's like the mom and the dad were like fighting for 10 years trying to get divorced, and then all of a sudden, well, okay, this might be a little dark, but the kid doesn't die, but somehow is now out of the equation. This example is horrid, but the kid is now somehow out of the equation. The only thing that really would have been, like, keeping them together, in my opinion, Davante Adams was that glue that was keeping Aaron Rodgers, because it's like, well, at least there's something here. Yeah, I know you want to leave, but at least, hey, we have the best receiver in the league. You don't really have a lot of case, but the best receiver in the league wanted to leave? So, Aaron, I genuinely think the man did not put a lot of thought into this, and I know it's ludicrous to say that an NFL player, and I would say it for almost any other circumstance, it's ludicrous to think that an NFL player who is their entire life, and they've worked up for this entire moment, to sign this contract, to think that they wouldn't have talked about it with agents and managers and family and all these people, and have really taken months to think about this. You would have thought. From what I've seen, I genuinely don't think Aaron Rodgers thought about this. And if he did, then he's a fucking idiot. And if this was the plan, then you're stupid. And if this wasn't the plan and you didn't think this out well enough, then you're also an idiot. Aaron Rodgers is an idiot in this case. And unless the entire goal of all of this was to get paid $50 million a year and be the highest paid quarterback in the league, again, until Deshaun Watson took it over in like 10 minutes, then fine, that was your goal, and hey, you did it. Good job, Aaron. That's great that you spent 2 years ruining your public image and ruining everybody who likes anything to do with you just so you could be the highest paid player in the league. If that was truly your goal here, good job, I guess, man. Thumbs up. So, I don't know. I don't understand anything about the Packers situation. And I don't think Aaron Rodgers will get even 3 years into this Packer deal. I guarantee you. I'd be surprised if he makes it 2 years into this deal. I don't understand how an organization and a starting quarterback can spend 2 full years of public onslaught of passive-aggressive quotes and little sound bites back and forth with each other, and then all of a sudden just make up and kiss with no other information given, like nothing just happened. That doesn't make any fucking sense. So, that was me talking about all of the moves. And yeah. Pretty crazy week in sports. I'll just say that. Goddamn. Goddamn.